just couldn't get it out of my mind. I didn't know how it was done at the time. And I felt I must discover this because I knew it wasn't a man in a suit. So I found out about the glories of stop-motion animation, which was kept very secret at that time.
With a 16mm camera and a puppet fashioned from his mother's fur coat, young Harryhausen set to work on his first amateur film, which he entitled The Cave Bear. He continued developing his animation skills, producing several short dinosaur films, and soon got the chance to meet his idol, Willis O'Brien.
Obie told him to bring his work and come up to our house sometime soon, which he did, and brought his mother and dad and his portable screen and ran a bit of the film. I just patted him on the back and praised him, and after they left, Obie looked at me sort of strangely, and he said, "You realize you're encouraging my competition, don't you?"
Harryhausen's first professional job came right after high school, animating characters for George Pal's Puppetoons. Later, he produced his own series of educational short films based on Mother Goose stories. Then, in 1946, he got a call from O'Brien, who was assembling a team for a new Kong-type feature.
Of course, that was a big thrill of my life, was to work with them on another gorilla picture. So I had 2.5 to 3 years with Willis O'Brien working on Mighty Joe Young.
Harryhausen designed Mighty Joe's armature. 16 inches tall, it was built with 150 moving parts machined from aluminum. Compared with the Kong armature, Joe is only 2 inches shorter, but considerably lighter and more dexterous. Working under O'Brien's tutelage, Harryhausen accomplished about 85% of the stop-motion animation in the film. He spent many days at the zoo studying gorilla behavior, determined to give Joe a distinct personality.
And you have to do that by putting little nuances, and a lot of that is created on the set. You can plan it in a general sense with storyboards, but all the little details you put in as one pose suggests another pose.
While never equaling King Kong in popularity, Mighty Joe Young is considered by many to be technically superior. And in 1949, Willis O'Brien's work on the film was recognized with an Academy Award. For Ray Harryhausen, Mighty Joe Young was just the beginning. In a collaboration that spanned 4 decades, he and producer Charles Schneer brought ancient mythology to life. Jason and his Argonauts, the mightiest warriors the world has ever known, in search of the fabulous magic Golden Fleece. Harryhausen gave stop-motion animation a popular mystique when he coined the term Dynamation. Audiences were enthralled with his incredible creatures, unaware of the almost superhuman effort that went into bringing them to life.
Kill, kill, kill them all!
For the climax of Jason and the Argonauts, Harryhausen animated 7 sword-wielding skeletons in one of the most complex stop-motion sequences ever. He was able to average only 13 frames a day, taking 4.5 months to complete the scene. One of Harryhausen's favorite characters is Medusa, who appears in Clash of the Titans. For each frame, he had to manipulate and keep track of the more than 200 joints in her head and body. Today, Ray Harryhausen is recognized as a grand master of stop-motion animation. For 30 years, his movies packed theaters with audiences who came for one reason: to marvel at his mythological movie magic.
I'm particularly pleased when some people who are not in the business come up and say that you made my childhood. One man even said, "My grandfather took me to see your picture." So it made me feel like 102, but it's a thrill to think we made more than just an entertaining film. It affected people's lives, and I think that's what films do.